You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. So we're going to start this video off with a question for you moms and dads out there. If your mother-in-law had a christening for one of your baby's daddy's other kids, okay, and then also subsequently included your kids in the christening without your knowledge, would you be upset? Okay, that's question number one. Okay, question number two, chime down in the chat. Have you subscribed to the channel? And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, some people watch the channel but don't subscribe. And then number three, what in the world has happened to Tamar? I feel like sometimes we ask ourselves this question a lot, but this time things are bad. Let's get into it. So Tamar reveals on her Instagram story, as also captured here by Reality Entertainment TV. She says, I struggle to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. As the days go by, the worse it is. I fractured my nose, lost some teeth and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened to me. So the caption reads, obviously, Tamar reveals she almost died on Sunday with no knowledge of what happened. Tamar says she was found in a pool of blood with a face injury, fractured nose, missing teeth, and a loss of mobility. I'm going through the comments and I have so many questions about this. Everybody responds to trauma very differently, right? And this definitely sounds like a traumatic situation. And I want to first and foremost say, I hope and pray that she is okay and that she gets better. I can't for certain say how I would react at this point in time to something that has happened that's similar to this. I think given that most of my work is on camera, if something like this were to, God forbid, hopefully it never does, happen in this way, I mean, I would need to explain to you guys probably what has happened and why you don't see me on camera, right? So what I'm getting at here is my first thought was, would I share this in an IG story, if this were to happen or yeah. And so my first thought is, well, I would do so to justify why you guys may not be seeing me on camera. I may be behind, I might be, you might just see an avatar. I don't really know. Having gone through my dad's, being sick and him dying, I just kind of think about how I transitioned through that. I did let you guys know what was going on. So I don't know. But the common theme in the comments is that she is always on a mental journey. Um, and I think that that is technically always going to be the case for most of us, right? I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Let me know in the chat. Obviously, we don't want nothing to happen to Tamar. We want her to live. We want her to be successful. We want her to have all the things. And I hope and pray that there's nothing more severe wrong. And I think I just should leave it at that, right? We're just gonna send her, well wishes and whatnot. But that, I mean, sounds like a very scary situation. I do have a lot of questions, but I have to ask myself, is it more pertinent to simply say we wish her well, or is it more pertinent to ask the questions because I don't understand what happened? And it sounds like neither does she, which sounds scary. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe she fainted, um, had a dizzy spell, passed out. I guess the fact that she has no memory of it, I mean, that's also, I mean, it's just very scary. So uh, let me know, are you guys thinking the same thoughts that I'm thinking? Like, what happened? How did this happen? And maybe she's again putting it out there because she says everybody keeps calling my phone. So there's that. All right. So now the question still remains. If your babies, if your mother-in-law took your children to a christening that you didn't know was going to be for them and had them christened without your knowledge and or consent, how would you feel? That is the case in this upcoming episode of the Love and Hip Hop Season 13, Episode 7. The sneak peek is out. You see Ashley sitting with Bambi and Kendra, and she is basically telling Bambi that the kids were christened without Bambi's knowledge. And of course, Bambi is in literal tears because she says that is something very important that I should have been a part of, or at least I should have been notified. She says, these people don't stop and they are deliberately trying to piss me off. Now, you guys know Bambi and Scrappy divorced in 2023, and they have 3 kids. And even in the clip, though, as Ashley is telling her, Bambi's like, call Zane because I need to make sure and verify that this actually happened. And Zane does verify it. And Bambi is pissed. And I could say, for my sake, even though I don't have kids, I definitely feel like that's crossing a line. And it should be discussed between Scrappy and Bambi and discussed at length to determine whether or not or how they would do that. And Bambi would likely, in by all intents and purposes, want to be included in that process. Why would you not? How could you think to christen the kids and not have the moms there? Like, the moms and the dad are the key. They're the ones who make those decisions, not you, Mama D. And Scrappy, I would have to say, you are the person I hold most responsible in this situation because we know Mama D is going to do what Mama D wants. So at a certain point in time, you as the daddy should also be like, hey, bro, let's at least include, like, the least we could do is we need to have a conversation as a family first. Even if we don't like her, we don't get along with her, that's their mom. And if we're gonna do this, she needs to either be here or at least she needs to give us the blessing to do so in her absence. Without that, I just don't feel right about it. That's what I think in my mind, right? That's just me. That's what I think. But what do you think? Okay. Um, it, That's major to me, man. That's major. Lots of major things happening. Major things go on. Speaking of major things go on, just a little bit more tea. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for these last two stories. Cynthia gives her blessing for K. Michelle joining the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She says she's good TV. Now, Cynthia does go on to state that, cast members will be tested and you never know. And you always hear rumors, the rumors and nastiness, as Meredith Marks would say. There's always rumors about who's going to be in or out. And so, of course, filming is beginning and the rumors are popping. Now, Cynthia doesn't quite confirm that K. Michelle has joined, but she does speak very highly of her. She says that she definitely moves the needle, very different, funny, opinionated from what she can see. Definitely don't take no ish. Okay, that she would bring a new level of surprise and energy to the show. And I 100% agree. Now, notably, this was a conversation that happened on Cynthia and Crystal Kung Minkoff's podcast, Humble Brag. This is the oddest of pairings, but hey, listen, why not? At least they're consistent. More so than I could say for some other odd pairings of podcasters that have not been consistent. And listen, sometimes it just doesn't work. For instance, is Nene and her homegirl still happening with Sierra Gates? Is me and my homegirl? Because Nene has blasted off with the Nene Leaks show. So does she still have time for her homegirl? I mean, I'm just curious because I haven't seen or heard anything about it. So that just popped up into my mind as I was thinking about Cynthia and her homegirl right here. So anyway, y'all let us know if y'all heard anything about that. Let me know. I'm interested. I'm excited. K. Michelle joining, it does give me a little bit of fresh excitement. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we could use some excitement in our lives, So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about these stories. We're sending our deepest condolences and thoughts to Tamar and that situation. That's very crazy. Hope that she is able to recover, but she got the coin, so hopefully things can be, done and rearranged, to look good again. Yeah, man. With that being said, listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Also, be sure to check out my new YouTube channel, Go Digital with Richie, where we are talking about, how to monetize your YouTube channel, talking about affiliate marketing, digital marketing, network marketing, all of the things that will allow you to make income and monetize your YouTube channel before you actually get monetized on YouTube. It's possible. It's so possible. Super easy to get started. And I give you all of the tools. Because listen, ain't nobody trying to work, okay, for the rest of their lives. Ain't nobody, people trying to make money from the comfort of their home. And I'm trying to help you do it, okay? So with that being said, I will catch you in the next video.